NROR needs to be on Team Blue. Tenacious N needs to be on Team Red. And insofar, Tenacious N have 2 points so far, haven't they? They defended the first one and they attacked the second one. So all they need to do now for Tenacious N is to win this next round to win the match.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Now, as we look at the teams, we see what's going on here. Oh, okay, looks like people are going to be a little bit lost here. Okay, looks like what happened to Tenacious N? You're down by 1 player, Gandhi, and you want to jump in, man. Oh, well, I think just Airy may have just fell out a bit. But anyway, so yeah, this is the thing though. NROR really need to. I thought NROR won their first round, but no, they didn't. It was they got defended on point C, and then now Tenacious N have got their second point. So you're saying that?
Yeah, it does seem like both games for NROR, point C has pretty much been their undoing because they could not get on there whatsoever, and it was also pretty much the point where Tenacious N, they were speeding along, and I think that was kind of a turning point for NROR where it might have been, a bit of a morale breaker because, it was there was such a lack of defense there, and it was just pretty much at that point. I feel like a lot of people sort of gave up trying to make a full defense at that point.
I'm loving what's happening on point A here. This is like the most. I mean, seriously, it's not good for the camera. I mean, like 3 guys here. Oh wait, hang on. Suddenly Murfields, I think he's definitely their star player for this team, NROR. Just killing off everything. Oh, there's that Nazi Signia flag. Yep, he definitely has it. But yeah, this is looking very good. I mean, I actually managed to hold this point just about, although here comes... There's Shaggy. Christmas is cancelled. He's actually wearing a Santa hat as well.
That is quite the tactic, to be honest. I mean, get all their hopes up, make sure everybody is trying to pile on the point, and then just kill them all with crits. I mean, it's kind of like you're just basically herding them up and letting them die, really. Although I think this is still going to be a cap for NROR. Zoopton on his own, burning. Oh
no! Didn't get the caber in there, and they just got that. Yeah, built up the hopes, then crushed them. What is the Palpatine strategy? Good. Let the hate flow through you. But NROR, though, is off to a good start. They've managed to, just get in there. I'm very sorry for you guys on live stream having problems with this. As I said before, experimental tech. This time it's behaving a bit more. It's staying stable this time. Anyway, point 2. And NROR have really got to, get their push up here.
Yeah, the problem is as well, obviously, first time round, Tenacious N a little bit unsure of what the hell they were doing in first point, but I mean, they did manage to put up a fairly okay defense there. They managed to definitely give themselves some time. Although that crits heavy Volt is making things happen. Sadly, shut down by an Uber there. Who's that? Denny Tim.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, crits versus Uber, the untold tragic story. I'm loving Volt though. This guy knows how to commando heavy. Oh, takes down the medic. Just misses the demo. Volt is really right now just carrying the team at the moment. It's like, get on point, stupid. And yeah, they got point B again. It's amazing. Can NROR win 3 straight games in a row to win their round? I mean, it's gonna be unbelievable. But yeah. To be fair, they are against the league favourites, but they've done very well actually. I mean, they got to point C twice now. It's a very good record so far. They've actually done quite well.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd say, to be honest, they probably actually managed to come out of that with basically the same amount of time as they did with the first round. Obviously, they didn't make as fast an attack on point A, but point B was a lot more concise, a lot quicker. I think definitely due in part to Volt. I mean, that was some very nice hiding and popping out, and I mean, he managed to take down, I think, is Denny, Tim, and Swift, or possibly Xmas Master. I'm not sure which one of the 2 it was, but taking those 2 out was a pretty big deal. And it's kind of, when you've got Shaggy on his own against the blue team, even he doesn't stand a chance.
Yep, that's the thing. The thing is, right now though, again, it's looking like the problem they had last time. They just don't have enough presence anywhere near C, and this is where some good engineering might be really handy. Get your guys at the front, consolidate some ground. Look at Matty right over there. He's like, I want to stab somebody, but there's pyros and shit. Now he needs. If he gets all underneath and around, he might be able to get somebody backstab or something to do that. Okay. Oh, unlucky there, Matty. Getting away with that. Double medicing. Okay, what's going on here?
Unlucky MS best waifu there. That was pretty much the worst place you could have been explosive jump towards. You know, landing straight on top of a sentry. Yeah, there's a bit of delay in it finding you, but that blew you to shit.
Ooh, that was a nice bit of work there. I mean, Matty there nearly took down a sentry with a pistol, or a revolver, I should say. Forced that to happen. But what happened on E right now? I think they're trying for a quick win here. You've got to be careful with these. It's a long-term investment. Also, not being on fire helps as well. But here's the thing: you can kind of force the game into a permanent overtime mode if you just keep up with, you know, the installments on E. You know, like 5 seconds per, you know, minute, you know, per 10 seconds, you know. Kind of like some sort of book club deal. Uh-oh, wrangled sentry. Nope, that's going. Sorry to you live guys. I mean, it might be the quality might be a bit high. Yes. Not sure what's going on there. Might lower it for you guys next time. But insofar, it's been doing much better. And thank you guys for tuning in as well. Please, you know, put down your comments, say how it is doing. You know, if it's shutter speeding or if it's actually going nicely. I mean, please tell me.
Unlucky there with Nexus Rider. Kind of a good attempt on the point. You know, there wasn't much of a defensive presence, but you know, Error the Nerd has picked a really nice spot there, and you know, it's got a really good line of sight. So I mean, I'm not going to give it away, but I think a lot of blue guys do know where it is now anyway. Yeah,
that's the thing. I mean, Tenacious and have nicely adapted. They kind of saw it build up on E and thought we need to shut that down, and they've held C for the entire time as well. To be fair, that sentry is a lovely sentry. That's going to cause tons of problems. And oh, look at all those! Look at that pyro. That's base screw right there, being a boss. Basically, he's just going in full Gandalf mode, going, "You shall not sticky." And then he's, you know, a home wrecker just in case some of you spies that shit up. Oh, thanks, pub. Yeah, it's gonna be different quality, different people. You know, it's video stuff like that. Anyway, right now, 5 minutes 10. Actually, they still have tons of time at the moment. They can still win this with a good old-fashioned pub push.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, last time round when we saw Wile E. Coyote versus Awesome Egyptians, you know, this kind of time to attack point C was pretty much a luxury. So, you know, Nexus, you know, if they can pull something out, then they could do a quite a good job with it. I mean, we saw some really good Kritzkrieg heavies earlier on, you know, making attempts on the first 2 points. So, you know, we haven't seen a whole lot of medic work in the past 5 minutes. So perhaps that might be where Nexus and NROR are sort of falling down a little bit.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, they might need to get up there. Killing off Red Team might require a Kritzkrieg, but it's carefully timed. And yes, to answer your question, you may use mini sentries. As stated, there are no restrictions, no class limits. If you want a 12-man heavy team going wobbling from point to point, that's your business. Basically, whatever you can do to win, or just have fun. Because seriously, I have heard insane strats with short circuit. Oh yes, people want to use short circuit. Delicious. Okay, they found that sentry. They've finally gone down. Nice work there by Murfield. He is really, you know, propping up his team with, I know him as Widdershins, but he's got some name that's gobbledygook by now. 3 minutes 43. And can Blue make a push? Just the kind of question you ask a constipated person, I know, but, you know, it needs to happen. Just like a constipated person. Oh, I think that's Shaggy. Yep, no, absolutely no. Oh, no.
It does seem to be that sort of Shaggy is kind of, you know, he's kind of that hidden weapon who you just sort of like put on hold. He's the one that ancient weapon that got forgotten about many eons ago, and when he is truly needed, he will awaken again.
Yeah, he's kind of the fireman. He's kind of like in an anime. He'd be like buried in some sort of tomb, and then he'd begin a sort of Gundanium armor and then just completely destroy everything. What do they call you? My name is Shaggy. We really should stop with the Shaggy. I think it's too much of it. In any case, so 2 minutes 44. NROR are still fighting hard, and I think their initial push has been stymied. We haven't seen many more attacks on the points. They're really drying up. They've had a good run though. They've been really, really well. You know, compared to the last 2 games, the last 2 teams, though, to be fair, were pretty much ramming each other face on all the time, and these 2 teams have been a bit more immovable. Iron Fist of Steel Pro Straps and Volt there.
Yeah, I have to say, Volt really does know how to sort of work the whole heavy thing. I mean, pretty much every time he knows he's going to be vulnerable, he does manage to pull those out, and he's got really good control of such a fat person. It's phenomenal to see.
Yeah, he is a ballerina of heavies. That's the thing. That's part of that set. That's the thing. Heavies are surprisingly nimble. I mean, we do remember the first time we saw that heavy on Badlands, which made us laugh uncontrollably. He managed to dodge 2 snipers while being pissed on and managed to hold a point. It was amazing. But never underestimate the heavy. They are fat. They are tough. They will kill you. They have the highest DPS, especially with the Brass Beast.
Yeah, this is another attempt too. Is that Daddy Chasm trying to make an attempt? I don't think it burns to death. Nice work there from Base Squirrel. I think Blue are getting a little bit desperate now because I mean they haven't been able to make a good push at all so far onto C, and yeah, there's kind of vague attempts on E, but I don't really think Tenacious N are kind of that worried about it, to be honest. They're, it's just pretty much one pyro protecting everything.
All right, now the Murfields. He's going for it. Balls to the wall mode engaged. Trying, all the trying, nearly to out of the century. HDTRS, thank you for turning up for your team, although it's about 44.6 seconds left in the game. Maybe a little late, but don't worry about it. Oh, these things happen. But anyway, 34 seconds. Yeah, they need a pub push. Maybe grab E, maybe grab C, but I think it's too late now. As I said before, Blue really need an advanced engineer on their team to get the guys to the front quicker, and this is kind of the problem. They keep attacking in waves, and it's just not enough to get through Red strong titanium barrier. Oh, it's Matty again. Oh, it's Emross actually. No. Back in poker actually. I'm loving that. Yeah, just use lock and load. Done. Yeah. To be fair, lock and load's crit ability is world shattering, but I don't think it can fix everything. And Tenacious win their 3rd round and go through the heats to semi-finals. Nice done, Tenacious then. Stay tuned for the MVP section. Well, that's the end of that. It's a 3-0 victory for Tenacious N there. They got defense 1, they attacked the 2nd, and managed to get defense on the 3rd round. Anyway, it's time to part of the game. We're going to basically do a little, game analysis, and then we'll go on to our favourite bit, which is the MVP section. So anyway, I mean, the first thing I thought today was actually, now to be fair with NROR, I did find them, kind of the underdog team. They are the underest of dogs for this game, but they did an impressive job with their numbers.
Yeah, I have to say, I did not expect such a well-fought game from NROR. I mean, they really did give it their all, and there was some excellent work from everyone across the board. Like, obviously we'll leave the sort of particular names for the MVP section, but they really did give it a good try. And there were points, I think, perhaps if some of Tenacious N perhaps hadn't been on Tenacious N, I think NROR would have had a very, very good chance of winning this one, especially if we if they had perhaps been paired up with one of the teams of the last game. That could have been very, very different for NROR.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Tenacious N, they did a beautiful job. I mean, the thing that they do in spades is adaptability, and that 2nd point attack we saw was amazing. Literally a heavy from the back door and completely pincer movement in them, and they just overran them from there. That was an excellent executed maneuver right there. Although their balls to the wall E maneuver was a bit, yeah. Don't worry, the screen isn't frozen. It's just that I'm staying here on this. It's the MVP section. You don't really do much. But anyway, though, I mean, I think it's time for our favourite section, which is the MVP section. So anyway, give us a couple of minutes. We'll come up with some names. Okay, we're back, and okay, my nomination for MVP is Murfields. I mean, seriously, he had a medic with him, but you know, that's kind of a thing. But whenever he turned up anywhere, he really pushed the point. He pushed A, he pushed B, he made some great attempts on C and couldn't really get it down. Tried to take down that sentry. It was excellent work from Murfield there. He was really standing out for his team. And
I'd say for me, it's probably going to have to be Error the Nerd. I mean, that kind of, you know, I think, you know, he's kind of building up himself as sort of one of the really good engineers of this game, and like pretty much that defense of C, I'd say, I reckon NROR would have been able to take C both times had there not been that much good engineering work there. And I get a little shout out as well to Base Squirrel, who was a very, very good engineer support pyro throughout those games as well.
Yeah, the thing I'll actually say is the problem with his sentry on that C point, it was too much of a threat, and NROR had to throw everything they had at it to get rid of it, and that was the point. Until his sentry was down, they couldn't take C, and for that reason, yeah, I agree with you. He deserved an MVP. But anyway, guys, thank you very much. Thank you also for the live stream, guys. Thank you for turning up. Oh, please come back around about 9 o'clock. We have another game coming on at the moment. It's who is it? Hearts of Steel versus damn, I really should know this. Commentator fail. Oh, it's Hearts of Steel versus the Quars team. Yes, with the secret name we'll find out later. But yeah, tune back in 9 o'clock. We should be up again then. But anyway, congratulations again to Tenacious. You go around through to the semi-finals, and commiserations to NROR. But you played reasonably well. You know, no shame in that. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. We'll see you guys later.
Peace out.